And from now on, I'm doing things my way, Tezzie's way or HighWay. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite little sister, Tezzie baby, and welcome to Tezzie's Way or HighWay. And I have Louisiana's own Killa D. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain. How's mental health check?
Uh, my mental's okay.
Okay.
Um, Dealing with somebody that deals with depression and mental health real strong. Yeah, yeah, I'm doing good, man. I would say today I'm doing good. I have my days though, but
hmm
I'm good today.
So when you are dealing with depression, how do you pull yourself out of that mode?
Man, honestly, the only thing is about my music and stuff.
Okay.
So it's just like I have to listen to some type of music. I can't just see myself not listening to music at all. And then so I think about my best friend that got murdered like some years back.
Okay.
So I think about her and like something funny like she'll say that it'll just get me out.
Aw. Well,
Yeah.
the favorite little sister gonna tell you now. Hopefully your everything get better. Depression, you beat it and it don't have to follow you for the rest of your life. So hopefully at some point you do beat that. Beat that depression. Fight it, okay?
Yeah.
Knock
All
it
right.
out, okay? So we're gonna start from the beginning. When did you get introduced to music? At what stage of your life?
Um, man, I just remember when I was little, I would at least say maybe 5 or 10, I would say. And I
Okay.
say that because my stepsister used to be playing everything in her room. I used to always be running to her room to listen to music, and she played everything with that and like listen to my grandparents, and my grandma especially, because I was raised with my grandparents in Louisiana.
Mhm.
So my grandma was like blues and jazz and like the oldies like the 70s, 60s music. My stepsister on the hand was man, first thing Tupac, blues, R&B. So just like my mom was just introduced to that, so that's all like I've been on.
So, which genre of music you feel produced the happiest music from 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s to the
Man.
20s? Which
Oh.
genre produced?
I'm not gonna lie, I would say I'm in between the 80s and 90s because I'm an 80s baby. Cause and I say that because like all the classics
Mhm.
like came from that. Not down like the 70s too, because they had, in the 60s and all them too. Like if people think back, like because everything's being recycled. Like
Yes.
when like 50s, 60s, 70s, people can go back and reuse those all the times. Like people might not, see or understand that, but yeah. I would say 80s and 90s.
I'm a 90s baby, and I love the 90s, but I love the 70s. The 70s had that up tempo. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
and that I think it was probably the frequencies that they used back then in the 70s.
Yeah, the different instruments and they use more of like different horns and
Yes.
they didn't really use like obviously bass and guitars more,
I love
piano.
saxophones.
Yeah, and saxophones too, yeah. Yeah. So I agree with that.
Yes, I'm a saxophone lover. Like at some point in my life, I'm gonna learn how to play the saxophone.
I
What
was
I'm
in the
gonna do with
band.
that talent, don't ask me because we ain't get there yet, okay? We have not gotten there. So, speaking on you being from Louisiana, how was life in Louisiana when you were younger?
Boy. I love where I'm from. But man, it's not what people imagine. I know everybody has their, stories about, like where they're from and stuff, but theirs is totally different. Like we don't have the same opportunities per se as like other cities and states.
Okay.
Um because theirs, the popularity is like low. There's like no um I know now I've heard like the school system like sucks. when I was coming up, it was great. At least it's the elementary I went to, but now the like the school system sucks. Um, and it's just like so much negative because the only thing there is just like everywhere is food, which is
Yeah,
good, but
definitely.
it's a lot of violence. A lot of
Okay.
violence. They don't call it murder capital for nothing because that is really true.
Mm.
And they what's the other one? Yeah, no opportunities, schooling, and it's like you know, it's, your mind to be set and that whole state of mind like stuck there, you know, because
Gotcha.
it's nothing to do. At least where you know where I'm from, so it's just like everybody knows everybody. Everybody's it's like drama everywhere. It's just like you have to really get yourself out of that element, and from there, or if not, you're gonna it's either a you play ball or you so dope.
Got
All of
you.
those two, because is and even if you did play ball, it's just like the streets will like call you back. It's just like because he's seeing so much stuff around you, and you know you get distracted.
That's understandable. So,
Yeah,
Louisiana, you said food now. If
yeah.
I had to come to Louisiana, because I have not been to Louisiana yet, where am I getting the best soul food? Because y'all known for soul food or Creole food.
And girl food. Well, it honestly depends on where you go, and liquor stores too. That's the only thing I miss the love about back home because of like the food and liquor. Like when I get tired of here, I like go home, make that 4 or 5 hour drive. Man, I go straight for the food, man. Food and alcohol, because the alcohol liquor stores don't close till like 2 in the morning. Between 12 midnight and 2 in the morning. Food. It depends on where you go to. Like if you go to New Orleans, I can't really speak on places in New Orleans or Lafayette, Alexandria, those Shreveport too. But I would say Shreveport, you can always go. Like you want some good chicken, you can always go to Southern Classic.
Okay.
uh,
Okay,
Soul
what about
food,
homemade macaroni? That's my thing.
yeah. Um, Let me see. If it's soul food, we have a Mickey's there in Shreveport as well. So like it's different. It's different like parts of Louisiana you can go to that has like their thing, like especially like the markets they can get like good boudin, etouffee. I love homemade skins, like cracklings. So it's just like, sausages. So, it got its perks to it though. I'm not gonna, not where I'm from. Cause you can do stuff in the country. It's
You
countryside food
really
too.
can.
Yeah.
You really, really can. So, you performed at one of the places I love to go in Austin, Texas, South by Southwest. How
Yeah.
was that? And like, how was that experience?
Man, I was going there since a little bit before I moved here. To Houston. I moved to Houston in 2009. But I was back and forth coming since I was in high school, which was like 2004. So I was
Okay.
back and forth, coming back and forth here, Louisiana there. And my mom and little sister moved here in 95. So that's why I ended up moving here.
Got you.
And when I did, um, I was the first person I got with, well, was a Mexican guy. RP to him. I miss him so much, man. Was his name was George the promoter. And that's
Okay.
how I was able to get on to like cars, like the big car shows here in Houston, like Dub City Car Show, the Los Magnificos Car Show. Like we're one of the cities that had, like one of the biggest car shows from like people, honestly, from people from like all over used to come and put their cars, like in the cars, like in the inside of our like the Toyota Center, like our basketball, arena. So like we used to have it there. It's so fun. So I used to go there with him. That's when he met like all the celebrities before they got to where they at. Like I met like Yo Gotti. I got a picture with T Pain. I got a picture with Rich Boy.
Oh, that's
And who
dope.
else? Yeah, like I could I'll send them to you. I got like pictures of like Black Youngster. I got a picture with like so many people when I was there.
That is
Yeah.
very dope.
And let me see. Got with him. Then I got with one of my other mentors. Um, I used to go with him every time South by Southwest came up. So he used to book the room in advance. In case artists don't know, book your room like months in advance because you can't just flop and just go down there because how I know because me and my DJ friend did it one time before. I thought like you can just go down there and get a room, and no, you gotta get a room or book your room around like November because yeah, like of last year in order for you to
Cause
have a
that
room
place
because
be packed.
it'd be packed.
That one of the
Uh,
places that be so packed.
yes, but
Um,
as far as the experience, man, I enjoyed it.
my
It was
first
fun.
time, my first time going was 2024. I missed last year. I'm going this year, and I'm like, I had so much fun.
It's about um as we talk, it's about what you make of it and what you're trying to do. I'm not
Yes.
knocking it, and it's cool for like newcomers or people that's never been. It's just that I'm past that. I just feel like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm heading up another level as far as things. Now, I will still go
Hmm.
because the music panels and networking is important. The music
Yes.
panels because you need to definitely go to them. Like especially you have a media pass, that will be great
Yes.
because you could learn some of the stuff that you didn't even know that some artists don't know that's going on in the industry.
Yes. I
So
love my media pass be going everywhere. Okay. So let's speak on your biggest hit, Pop It. How the concept of the song came about. And where were you when that song like blew up?
yeah, yeah, man. A lot of people don't know, but I've held on to that hook and concept alone for 10 years.
Hold on. 10 years.
10 years.
Hey,
Because I couldn't find the right tempo and beat to go to it.
got you.
And I couldn't just throw it on anything and it wouldn't sound as catchy as it does now.
Yeah.
And but now where I was in Kentucky because Houston shut down during COVID. So my DJ friend, he's from Kentucky. I moved up there with him. And I lived up there. Obviously, continued to work up there for like a little while because I'm a mechanic. So that's my plan B slash backup.
Got you.
So I
It's
went to college
okay.
for that. Yeah, which I don't knock it, kid. That's my other passion too. I love cars. I love working on cars.
Okay.
So plus my grandpa does my teaching.
That's what's
uh
up.
so that was fun. And that's my honestly my first time going to a big studio, like the big glass in the background, like two
Yes.
mics. I still got the picture. I'll send that to you too.
Okay.
And I was just so excited, man. And that engineer, he was just so cold because at first I was just kept saying it, and it to me with the headphones in, it didn't sound right. Still with that beat, but he kept like messing around with it, doing his thing, and once it came out, I was like, "Oh my gosh, bro, I got a hit." And as soon as I moved back to Houston, I ended up performing at one of the biggest festivals here in Houston, which is called Loud Fest. The
Mm-hmm.
name on Instagram is Loud Music, so by Derek, and I ended up performing it, and I was one of the top 100 artists in the country that had performed at their festival. Like my name was on
That's
the
what's
back of the
up.
merch. I opened up. I was on there with like the legends in Houston here, which is Zero, Little Flip, Little Kiki. Like I was on the back of the merch, so that was like a huge accomplishment. Performed that, and then as soon as I got back to the radio stations, ate that up like that. I'm talking about I had people fighting,
Okay.
trying to see who's gonna debut it first.
That's what's up. That's very much
Yeah,
what's up. So I know your song Pop It ended up being on Webby's radio show. How did that
yeah.
come about? Because I feel like you met Webby. I feel like that's what I seen on your Instagram.
It's not even that. It's that other than like growing up, listening to him, that was like a huge that was so huge for me. Not only that, but from my city, like people was turned the hell up. People was so turned up, like, oh my gosh, bro, you got co-signed by Weber. Like, coming from people that's know I'm out here like coming up listening to him, like people was like, oh my gosh, bro.
That's
Like,
a big move.
yeah, people thought like I mean, as you heard like on the video, like people thought like it was a remix already to it. But how I even got on that was man, I've lost so many people in the industry already. That's how those people are named. Was my friend DJ T Gutta, which was Webby's DJ.
Mm.
So he ended up playing it on his, on his radio show. But a little backstory, I know Webby's brother, and his name is Derek. I met Derek, I known Derek since 2014, 15.
Oh,
I met him a
okay.
few times, so me and him were cool. Um, and then T Gutter ended up playing it for Webby, and that's I didn't even know because he texted and told me because me and Webby's DJ are like real close. We had each other's number, we checked on each other, stuff like that. And he texted like, "Man, bro, Webby is jamming to your stuff right now." Cause he was, on Instagram, people use to tag you and stuff like that. And I'm like, nah, he didn't, whatever, man. But he ended up playing it. I go back, man. The minute I post that, man, I wake up the next day like over, like it was just going overnight, like over 2K, man, views and still going. Like people hit me up, like especially my hometown. Like man, it was just crazy. Like
That's what's
wow,
up. That's legitimately what's up.
yeah.
So let's go into another dive of your life. You were in like a car accident. Let's elaborate what happened the day you got into the car accident.
Oh man. I was heading to work. Well, it was raining here, like 2, 3 that morning, like real bad. And honestly, something kept telling me like, don't drive my car, just take a lift. But at the point in time, like I didn't get paid during the week, so it's like, oh, I'll take it. But by the time I got up head to work, it was just sprinkling. It wasn't raining bad. I was riding down the feeder road, and one speed, no nothing happened to, but I don't do the speeding thing anyway.
Mhm.
I see, I see two people. Obviously, they're running the red light. So I see people obviously flying. Me, pressing because I'm about to go, get ready to go through the light too. I'm pressing the brake pedal and my car just hydroplanes.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
And I'm turning, because if I go through the light, that could have been none in my life, but others' lives too. And I don't want to, have that guilt or feel responsible. So honestly, kept staring to the right. Remind you, like I said, it's raining, but like it's still dark, so I can't really see.
Mhm.
And I remember running over a curb, and next thing I know, boom, like I hit a pole. I don't remember hitting the pole. I just remember waking up like in the midst of it. My head's on the steering wheel. I remember like gazing out, and my eyes are still halfway open. I see the bottom of my steering wheel. My steering wheel is bent, by the way, like bent in. I'm seeing
Mm.
like stuff on the floor. Somebody obviously was behind me or had to call the ambulance. I heard the guy in the
Oh.
ambulance, ask me. I was sitting searching for my phone because I have 2 kids. And the first thing I thought about was them. And my wife has my location too. So she didn't know what was going on. And
That's scary.
like everything, yeah, I was in the ambulance, called her, and I'm just like, bro, like what is I didn't know what was going on. I just end up there. I remember having a brace on my neck, going
Mhm.
in. I remember them taking me back to surgery. I remember honestly fighting them, like trying to take the brake nails off because it was hurting. It was like uncomfortable. Then the lawman comes in. Then he's like, "Oh, what happened?" I think I cussed him out because he asked me like, "Hey, is anybody else at fault?" And I told him, "Say, man, no, like get out of my face." Like at this point, I've been through all this stuff. Like, right?
I'm in so much pain at this point. Like
Yeah,
I get
like why
you
are you
trying to do
asking
your
all this?
job, but right now I'm in
Yeah,
excruciating pain here.
yeah, and I almost lose my life. Like Come on, man.
That's good. Yeah. I have a
And
question though. When it came to the
yeah,
accident, did anybody like stay with you at the accident or cars just kept driving by? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I had to completely black out because as I stated, like I remember like vaguely, as I'm opening my eyes, I remember seeing the guy from like the fire people and stuff like that. I remember seeing
Yeah.
them. I remember being loaded onto the ambulance and I remember seeing them and they just rushed me to the hospital. I think honestly after that I blacked out and then I got there. I remember, like I say, I remember going to the back. They telling me, they're about to put me to sleep for my surgery, which they had to take half my intestines and do surgery on that.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that took 3.5 hours of surgery.
But look
And I
at
had,
you now.
yeah,
You
I had
recovering.
staples from the top of my chest all the way down to my belly button, full of staples.
I-
And I have fractured ribs. I could
Mm,
get around a little more now. I've been getting checkup and therapy and stuff, but my staples are okay. I'm healed as far as like my stomach is healed.
okay.
So far, but my ribs still fresh, but I'm still able to, get around a little bit.
So when it comes to the recovery part, how is that? Like what was the stages of recovery?
Yeah, the it's still there a little bit. It was rough though, cause from being there at the hospital, having to get up and have to like lift up the stomach and stuff like that. Like I just needed a complete change. Like I had my locks, like I cut them, and because I don't want to look back at that. And when I wanted to start fresh for like the new year, I just
Okay.
decided I don't want to look back at that pain. And plus, when I had my lobsters, just old stuff I used to do. I just wanted to get rid of that bad energy. That was relationships stuff out them. And just like I just wanted to dead that. So, but
Okay, that's
the cover part's been challenging. So it's been challenging, but I'm good, man.
so what's one thing you could tell your fans when it comes to this is like a tragedy that you went through. Like you
Yeah,
survived it, but it was life threatening at the same token. So,
yeah,
because we all in life we go through things. So when it
right.
comes to life threatening situations, how do you feel your fans or anyone that's going through it throughout this world, how do they should handle it? Outside of being positive, because you already know that's the main key component.
Yeah. Um, Pray, man. Continue to pray and get close to God, man. 'Cause I feel like, when I look back at the pictures, if I would have had my seatbelt on, the damage that was on the glass, I would have flown through that.
Mm.
So, because my year particular car, I didn't like they didn't build ever accident, but that particular year. That was a '78 I drove. Like it was an
Oh
old
my
school car.
goodness.
Yeah, it was an old school
Yes.
car. So, um, it's like you gotta, you're gonna have your days. You gotta have a strong support system. People still reach out. Some people reaching out to me now. Just checking on my mental, but to make sure like I'm okay because
Okay.
I
That's
never
good.
realized how much. Not that I'm not gonna say people don't care about me, but I never realized how much people really cared about me when I posted it on Facebook and seeing so many people, because everybody, had little eyes, life be life for
Yes.
people and stuff. And then I seen that. I was like, wow, because a lot of people wrote me, it was just like, man, I don't know what I would have done if something was to, happen to you. Because, people know how genuine I am and how much, of a good person I am for real. So, yeah, I know a lot of people would have been hurt.
Well, that's what's up that you survive. You safe, you healthy, you
Yeah.
got everything going on life wise. So that is amazing that you are doing fine. Cause
Yes.
we need you here on Earth, okay? We need this
Right.
music. We need you here. We need you healed first. Keep it positive.
Yes.
I really do hope God definitely heals every pain you have, everything, your lens and everything, get back in place, get back to working the way you needed to work so you can get back out here. I know you're sitting down for the moment, but it's okay because you have to
Yeah.
be healed to get back out here.
Yeah. 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 Most definitely.
So That was actually a great story.
Thank you, thank
On
you.
a lighter note, who's your top 5 artists that resonate with you? That you can say resonate with you. Who's your top 5? Just top
Um,
5?
I would say Moneybag Yo. I like Big Boogie because Big Boogie's like I feel like we got so much interest because he's like me. Plus, on a low key note, he's from Louisiana too. I found out,
He
but
is Louisiana.
yeah, he's from. But I don't think too many people know that because some I think a lot of people think like he's from Memphis.
Yep.
Like so to say, yeah. But he's from Louisiana. I found out that like later on. I don't know what part, but he's from Louisiana too. So like we like see eye to eye, like as far as like that storytelling music, like mainly that party music, because he got party music too. So
He has a
um
lot of party music.
yeah. Moneybag Yo, I would say Fabulous because I like Fabulous too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more of like outside the box.
Yeah, 2
Who
more.
else I would say? Kevin Gates, my last one. I would say I would say Big X.
Big X the Plague.
Yeah, I would say Big
Big
X the
X
plug.
the Plague. Okay. Nice
Yeah.
top 5. So, how can you give back to your fans that are the youth that's inspired by your music? The youth.
Um, I would tell them don't give up. No matter what. No matter what. It's gonna
Okay.
have you're gonna have situations, stuff is gonna come at you, good and bad. You just gotta know how to handle it. And finish school, man. Finish school. Don't let the outside world just deter you from that because you could accomplish so much more and listen to your parents. Listen to your parents, man.
Well, that is what's up, Killer D.
Yeah.
So I'm the favorite little sister. I call my fans the siblings, and I tell everybody to shout my babies out. Can you shout my kids out, the
Shout out, y'all.
siblings? Well, I want to thank you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for trusting me to tell your story. I
Yes,
really genuinely appreciate you. I genuinely would love to see you back out here doing music, but you have to heal first. We need
yes.
you to be very healed. I pray God just be with you each and every day.
Thank you.
Making sure your healing process is amazing. Make sure you just get back out here. Make sure your mental is in check. We can't have you depressed every day. Get up.
Right,
You gotta get up and go outside. Get up and go outside. And get out them dark
right,
rooms. And I'm telling myself this too, because I had a moment I was depressed too for a moment. I'm like, oh no, 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 no. We gotta learn how to get out these dark rooms, okay? It be the
right,
room to
right,
be the
right,
darkness sometimes, and it's time to get up out of it, okay?
right.
But once again, I do want to say thank you so much. And this is y'all favorite little sister, Tezzie Baby, and we're out. And from now on, I'm doing things my way, Tezzie's way or HighWay.